All right, guys, we got to talk about this here. This is a wild story. So you all know Bolsonaro, basically viewed as the Trump of Brazil. He was president, and he was a colossal atrocity, right? He was horrible. Well, guess what? He had already been banned from running again for office for an extended period of time because of Brazil's January 6th, if you remember that. So in other words, there's some semblance of law and order and justice still in Brazil, and they go after people who are authoritarians and criminals, unlike here. But listen to this. Brazil's former president Bolsonaro charged over alleged coup that included a plan to poison Lula. So the social democratic president of Brazil, Lula da Silva, who's fucking beloved and was wildly successful, he was already president before, they tried to kill him. Brazil's prosecutor general on Tuesday formally charged former President Jair Bolsonaro with attempting a coup to stay in office after his 2022 election defeat in a plot that included a plan to poison his successor and current president Lula da Silva and kill a Supreme Court justice. So they weren't only going to kill Lula, they were also going to kill a Supreme Court justice they didn't like. Prosecutor General Paulo Gannett alleges that Bolsonaro and 33 others participated in a plan to remain in power. The alleged plot, he wrote, included a plan to poison Lula and shoot dead Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes, a foe of the former president. Quote, the members of the criminal organization structured a plan at the presidential palace to attack institutions, aiming to bring down the system of powers and the democratic order, which received the sinister name of Green and Yellow Dagger, Gannett wrote in a 272-page indictment. The plan was conceived and taken to the knowledge of the president, and he agreed to it. Bolsonaro is often seen in Brazil's yellow and green national soccer jersey, and the colors have become associated with his political movement. Bolsonaro's defense team said it met the accusations with dismay and indignation, adding in a statement that the former president has never agreed to any movement aimed at deconstructing the democratic rule of law or the institutions that underpin it. Bolsonaro's son, Flavio Bolsonaro, who is a senator, said on the social platform X that the indictment was empty and there was no evidence of wrongdoing. He accused the Prosecutor General's office of serving the nefarious interests of Lula. In November, Brazil's federal police filed an 884-page report with Gannett detailing the scheme. They allege a systematic effort to sow distrust in the electoral system, crafting a decree to provide legal cover for the plot, pressuring top military brass to go along with the plan, and inciting a riot in the capital. The indictment, Gannett described the alleged crimes as part of a chain of events articulated with an overarching objective of stopping Bolsonaro from leaving office. Contrary to the results of the popular will at the polls, the Supreme Court will analyze the charges, and if accepted, Bolsonaro will stand trial. The far-right leader denies wrongdoing. Quote, I have no concerns about the accusations. Zero, Bolsonaro told journalists earlier on Tuesday during a visit to the Senate in Brazil. Have you seen the coup decree by any chance? You haven't. Neither have I, he added. As well as participating in a coup d'etat, the 34 defendants are accused of participating in an armed criminal organization, attempted violent abolition of the democratic rule of law, damage qualified by violence and serious threat against the state's assets, and deterioration of listed heritage, according to a statement from the Prosecutor General's press office. Gannett said the criminal organization he charged had as leaders the then president himself and his running mate, General Braga Neto. Both accepted, stimulated, and performed acts that are described in our criminal legislation as attacking the existence of the independence of the branches of power and of the democratic rule. The crimes have varying penalties. If Bolsonaro was convicted of attempting a coup and the violent abolition of the democratic rule of law, he could be sentenced up to 20 years in prison. The indictments, based on manuscripts, digital files, spreadsheets, and message exchanges, expose a scheme to disrupt democratic order, according to the Prosecutor General's office. So I think they got homie dead to rights, bro. That's what this sounds like to me. It seems like they dotted their I's and crossed their T's and got this super long explanation detailed with evidence and proof and messages and exchanges. And look, I'll say this. It genuinely brings me hope to look at this sort of situation where they're nabbing his ass. It brings me hope to see in South Korea, when the president tried a coup and tried to do martial law, he was immediately stopped, and then now he's been arrested. The fact that there are still democratic institutions that are standing up to authoritarians and tyrants and dictators, and there is justice, there are consequences, that brings a smile to my face, because so often here in the U.S., we start feeling like, man, nothing fucking matters anymore. There are no rules. There is no law. I mean, The fact that Trump got away with 91 crimes. Trump did the fake elector slates and January 6th, and there were no consequences whatsoever. There were no consequences. You know, you look at that and you go, holy shit, how cooked are we? I mean, we've legalized scams in this country. There's a new crypto scam every single fucking day, right? In Argentina, Milei just did it, but he's facing consequences too, to my point, right? Here in the U.S., you got Trump doing a crypto scam, Melania doing a crypto scam. The other day, randomly, Adam22 did a crypto scam, right? Like, there's no rules anymore. There's no sanity or reason. It's just like, it's fucking hell. But it brings me joy to see Malay's facing consequences for his crypto scam that he pulled on his people. Bolsonaro is in deep, deep shit here, basically planning a coup and to poison Lula and kill a Supreme Court justice. The president in South Korea, same fucking thing. He's facing consequences. It's time for us to catch up to the rest of the world and deliver justice. Deliver justice, right? So this should put a smile on your face that they got his ass. They got his ass. I mean, it's also insane. You plotted to kill Lula, which, by the way, proves they know they can't be fucking Lula. They know they can't be Lula. Lula actually delivered for the people of Brazil. He's a tremendous leader. It's like him and AMLO and Claudia Sheinbaum are fucking amazing, right? They know, hey, we can't beat him, so I guess we'll try to off him, right? That's what they did. So it should bring a smile to your face. They're fighting back. And now we need to learn from the rest of the world that no, things actually do matter. Arrest all the fucking crypto scam artists. Arrest Elon Musk, the world's richest robber baron who's committed crime after crime. You know, arrest Donald Trump. Arrest Benjamin Netanyahu and his fucking, you know, genocidal ass and all the other top Israeli generals and sanction Israel. Like, we need to make rule of law matter again, right? We need to bring back sanity. We need to bring back justice. We need to bring back consequences. Because we cannot continue on this path in the United States of complete and utter disregard for everything that matters. We can't do it. We just can't do it. So shout out to everybody who's in the streets protesting every day now. And thank God Lula's okay, man. Thank God Lula's okay. That guy is a gem. All right, guys, that's the show, y'all. Everybody subscribe to the channel. That helps out big time and costs you nothing at all. Thank you to everybody who supports the show on Patreon. We couldn't do it without you. $5 a month goes a very, very long way. We are real independent media. We are not fake independent media. And I will see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. See you there. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.